What's going on, YouTube? It's Instructor Smiley coming at you guys today with another video. Today I'm going to be doing everyday carry basics, so your EDC basics, like a 101. All right. So in the beginning, I always tell everybody that's looking to defend themselves or coming to defend themselves to be situationally aware. All right. Situational awareness is your top factor in self-defense and being able to defend yourself. Why? Because you can evade a lot of situations by being situationally aware. Alright, so for some examples, knowing where highly populated areas are at, alright? Most of the time, I'm not saying that highly populated areas are going to always have a situation or anything of that sort, but highly populated areas are it's a factor, something you have to watch out for. If you're going into Walmart at 3 o'clock in the afternoon, a lot of these active shooters lately have been going into Walmarts or highly populated areas, the Vegas shooting where there's a lot of people at. So do your best to avoid highly populated area. Another thing, when you're parking your car, alright, and you're in a parking lot, do you want to park all the way up front? Do you want to park all the way in the back? Well, it would depend on the parking lot. Does the parking lot have lights? Are there a lot of vehicles in there? You have to kind of work with what you got and figure out how to be situationally aware. Yeah, excuse me. So that's my number one thing, alright? If you can watch stuff and you can evade things, for my women out there, watch what people are staring at you, watch what people are possibly following you. Human trafficking has been huge right now on social media, where people are coming by talking about how people are being grabbed out of anywhere. So I know a lot of people like to walk with their AirPods in or their headphones. I'm one of those people. For a while I was walking with two of them in. What happens when you have two things in ears with music blaring? You can't hear anything. So do yourself the favor, pull one out. Now you up your situational awareness. You can hear screams, you can hear cars rolling up faster, you can hear footsteps. That's what you want. You want to be able to hear things. Another, not bad habit, but a habit I picked up, I'm always constantly looking behind me. I don't want people following me, and I can't always pick up if somebody's following me, because you wouldn't know if you're not being situationally aware. So occasionally, if I'm out with my wife or my friends, I'll occasionally just take a glance behind. 20, 30 steps later, take another glance behind, see if somebody is following me, or if I've seen the same person for the last 15 to 30 steps, I might take a different direction, or what I'll do is I'll stop. I'll stop and see if that person walks by me or not, or I'll just turn around and go back the other way. Because a lot of people, when they're caught, they don't know what to do, and they will stop what they're doing in that instance. So that's one. Another one would be at restaurants. I know a lot of people say when they're at a restaurant, they like to be facing the door. That's awesome. I'm the same way essentially, but you know what? Sometimes that can get a little aggravating, especially if you're with a significant other and you say, "Hey, I want to be sitting in the back where there's no windows, no doors. I want to be by myself." Not everybody wants to do that, so I always say just be where you can see the exit, or know your exits. Know if there's a door in the front, then there's an exit in the back. There's a door on the left. Find out where you can escape if needed. But that's the first one. Be situationally aware. There's so much on it. Do your research. Look it up. Know your high risk areas. I said that earlier. Know where in your city or your town where there's a lot of crimes at. Do some research in that. But I'm going to go ahead and move forward to your next topic. Your everyday carry setup. Alright, so a lot of things that I like to carry are, I'll start with one, a flashlight. Alright, something simple. I hate when I'm in areas of dark and I cannot see at all. The last thing I want to do is pull out my gun flashlight. I believe Mike Knockout Lights did it in a video. He said you don't want to pull out your everyday carry pistol with the flashlight if you dropped your key somewhere. So just get a standard flashlight. Doesn't have to be crazy. Doesn't have to have a million lumens. Something for you to see 10, 15 feet in front of you. Alright, that's one. Another one is going to be a knife. Alright, there's plenty of knives out there. Now, a lot of people say, what are you going to do, stab somebody? If I need to, yes. If I'm in a clinch and I can't reach my gun and I need to get some distance, yes. Do you have to have a knife as big as this one? No, you can get anything. But what else can a knife do? You can cut a seatbelt, you can cut somebody else's seatbelt. If you need to respond to somebody that was hurt or possibly shot, guess what I can use with a knife? I can cut their clothes open so I can get to the wound. So any knife works. I like these Benchmade Infidel. It's a nice little small knife. It's thin, it's super sharp, but super concealable as well. It's not uncomfortable in my pocket. It's not huge like the Benchmade 375 fixed Adams blade. This is a beautiful knife and I love it, but I don't use this for everyday carry out. You're not going to see me in the street with this knife on me. I typically keep this knife on a backpack or if I'm at work, because at work I will need this to cut certain things. So, but it's all preference. I know some people who do like to walk around with a knife this huge in their back or even attempt to conceal something this big. One thing I'm a fan of is this K-bar. It's about a little hook. Nice and small. Alright, it'll get the job done. If I need to pop and stab somebody or come under just to get some separation, it can do that for me, but I can also use it to cut clothing, cut seatbelts. You guys get what I'm saying? I figured you do. Another thing, go out there and get some training. All right, before I move on with the rest of my setup, get some training, go to a stop the bleed class, control the bleed class, learn how to protect yourself or save yourself if you're shot, or learn how to protect or save someone else if they are shot. All right, if someone's bleeding out, learn what you need. Something huge in the EDC community is tourniquets. Excuse this one is dirty. I have like 15 of these, and this one was just in the dust somewhere, so I grabbed it out. Get you an official tourniquet. NorthAmericanRescue.com sells them. A lot of these courses, these pistol courses, sell official tourniquets. I wouldn't jump on Amazon. I went to a course recently. It was a spec train course, and they pulled out a copy tourniquet, and when the guy started applying it, he was showing how it would break, and then he showed us a couple more that actually broke from using it. These are your tools, all right? This is supposed to be able to save somebody's limb. You don't want something that's going to break in the event that you have to use this, all right? But, yeah, go get some training. A lot of places offer the Stop the Bleed, Control the Bleed class. Definitely get out there and figure out what you need to help save your life or save somebody else's, all right? So I'll move forward. So I like to carry these tack lights, all right? A lot of operator guys carry them in the field to mark areas. I like it for simple stuff, right? If I blow a tire out in the middle of the night, I don't carry flares. I don't have the orange signs that have the 3M reflective tape on it. I carry the little tack lights, crack it open, throw it there. I can mark my area and people can see me on the highway. A box of these are pretty cheap. I have a box, I just leave it in my car. It's simple. All right. Let's go ahead and move forward to pistols. So everyday carry pistols is a huge topic with a lot of different people. A lot of different people have a lot of different beliefs. So I'm going to give you my opinion and my beliefs. I say forget what everybody says, all right, including me. I like to carry for my comfort, all right? I like to carry to make sure whatever my kit is comfortable for me and it works for me. So, for example, I have two different EDC guns. I have my Glock 43X, all right? It's cleared out. So, why do I carry this micro compact gun? All right, I'll tell you why. In the summer, it's hot. I like to wear shorts. I like to wear a lot of basketball shorts. Carrying a compact or even a full-size pistol gets really heavy in basketball shorts. Now, noted, I do have a lot of stuff on here, but in my opinion, it's all to help me engage what I feel like I need help with. That's another thing. Know your limits when it comes to shooting, and always work to pass them and better yourself at that. So, my personal issue when it comes to micro compact pistols is firing at 25 yards and further, all right? And not hitting my target necessarily, but having a nice grouping on those targets. With this small barrel and the round it's using, it's a 9mm, the amount of power that goes doesn't help me. I have to aim at your neck area to essentially hit you in the stomach, all right? So I know that's where my aim is at, and I know that's where my flaw is at. So I do things to help me. I have this compensator on here. It reduces my recoil and my muzzle flip. So instead of it jumping up like this every time, it might give me a slider one for me to control the recoil slightly. I have this TLR6 on there. I do believe in having a weapon mounted light when you're using your EDC, so I enjoy this one for what it's used for. But like I said before, I also have my regular EDC one, so I won't have to jump to this one every single time. But going forward with this, it's a light pistol. It carries 10 rounds, and then I have a spare mag, and that's all I need, essentially. I don't need all these extra rounds to me. Will I carry some in different kits? Yeah, I definitely will. But I like this because it fits. I can wear it with basketball shorts without my shorts leaning forward. I can wear it in jeans if I like, or if I'm wearing something a lot slimmer, like I'm wearing a professional attire, so a suit or a tuxedo, I can have this tucked in my waistband with no issues, no comfort issues or anything. I love it. It's my favorite EDC pistol. I'll be doing a review later in the year on a P365, which is, in my opinion, the top runner-up for the Glock 43 series and the 42 series. It's been selling out a lot, and a lot of people have really good reviews on it. So I'll be doing my own personal challenge on which one I prefer, either the Glock 43X or the P365 by SIG. So that's what I like. The cool thing about this is I have it in the holster, and as you notice, I don't have a mag caddy on this holster. A mag caddy is just something that sticks out, and it allows you to hold an extra mag. Why, people ask? Again, lightweight. I want this to be lightweight. Right now I just carry a spare magazine in my pocket. I am looking into getting the Neo Mag. Spec Train, all those guys there promote it. A lot of guys online promote it. It looks similar to the back end of a knife, but essentially right here there's a clip and it holds onto your magazine so you can have it deep in your pocket for concealment, and if I need to I can just pull it right out. So that's one thing. On your EDC pistol, a couple things people like to have. Like I said already, the light is one, but these nice night sights, alright? So what these night sights do is whenever it gets dark, is it's easy to pick up, alright? So I'm running a big orange dot, the front dot's orange, and my rear sights are green. So if I need to, in quick acquisition, when I draw out, just to have something quick to look at, I can line my dots up a lot faster with them being bright like that. So I definitely suggest that if you're going to run a EDC pistol. Alright, so that's my summer carry. That's what I call this. I call this my summer, my lightweight carry, something that's small that I can have really, really deep concealment with. And that is my Glock 43X. Next, I have my Polymer 80, the Glock 19 format. Alright, no mag. Now, I gotta tell you, I am absolutely in love with the Glock 19. Like, this is what makes me a fanboy. This gun is perfect in all aspects of the trade. It fits my hand perfectly. I can feel like I have a nice locked grip. It's not too small. When I shoot at 25 meters or further with this, I have no problem having a nice tight grouping right in the chest. So I enjoy this pistol. The only problem I seem to have with this pistol is carrying it in basketball shorts and sweatpants. All right, so even in the wintertime, I love carrying this in pretty much every other season but summer. In summer, I will carry this depending on where I'm going. That's another thing, know your limit. So again, I have trouble shooting at 25 meters. So if I'm going to the movie theater and I have to sit all the way at the top because that's where I like to watch the movie, and this is my problem gun at 25 meters, it probably wouldn't be smart to bring this gun with it. It's not. Now, a lot of people they tell me this all the time. If I'm taking a shot at 25 meters, I'm probably taking the wrong shot. That's false. If you're somewhere like a movie theater or like a mall, you could be in Walmart, anywhere where there's a lot of space that you have to cover. In the event that there's an active shooter there, guess what? One, people are going to be running. So, yes, it would be smart to get a cleaner shot, but if this person is sitting there mowing people down with an AK-47, and I'm at 25 and I'm like, hey, I can get a shot off from here without him seeing me, I'm probably going to go ahead and try to get my best shot. Alright, would it be smarter to get closer, get you some cover so you can have a better shot? Yes, but what if there's no cover from me to him and it is 25 meters? But right here at the 25 meter where I'm at, or 50, wherever, a further shot, I have cover. I'm going to try to make it. So depending on where you're going is how I carry as well. So in this in the summertime, if I'm going to Walmart, and I know Walmart's huge, I might throw on some jeans and just tough it out and carry my Glock 19, my Polymer 80. But back to my review on this. I am an advocate of, if it's a piece of equipment that's going to help you, run it. Alright, so number one, I have this red dot on there. I think the red dot helps me phenomenally. Alright, when I pull it up and I aim right there, my dot is in my sights. I don't have to align anything. It's faster sight acquisition. I can just pull it up, bam, it's right there. Another thing, it is so much easier to fire with the red dot with both eyes open versus one eye. And I love that. It makes it so much easier. I don't have to block off my peripherals right here, or I don't have to have this weird thing where I feel like my eye drags out this way if I'm aligning my sights. So I'm a huge advocate of red dots. This Polymer 80 has an extremely aggressive grip, which is also good when you're running or if you have sweaty hands. Thankfully, I don't have sweaty hands. I don't have to worry about that problem. But I have a tack light on it. It's an Enforce APLC. It gets the job done for me. I typically like the TLR1. That's what's on all of my other pistols. But I bought this one to try out, and I'm a fan of it. So I can't complain there. I'm carrying this holster, or I'm carrying this gun in a Tier 1 concealed holster. Notice I do have a mag caddy on this with another magazine. Alright, so this is a standard Glock 19 magazine from ETS, and I have a Terran Tactical base plate on it, which allows me to carry 5 more rounds. 5 plus 20 is 15. So, or 5 plus 15 is 20, excuse me. I have 20 rounds here. And then I have 15 in my standard magazine. Alright, so that's enough for me to get the job done. It's almost a little bit more than I need, but who knows what happens in a firefight. I might get excited, start throwing rounds that I don't need to, so on and so forth. If you can help it, don't just start throwing rounds. Alright, people, you gotta know your safety rules. If I'm in a crowd, know your backdrop, know who's around me. Don't just start throwing rounds, because every round that leaves that chamber, that barrel, your name is on it. Alright, so if I shoot random individuals, guess what? I'm gonna have to answer for that. But in the event what's going on, if I need to save myself and I do have clean shots, but I need to suppress my fire, I have extra ammo to keep that person's head down while I move up. Alright, so those are some basics to basic EDC. This is going to be a series video. Next I'm going to get into a little bit more advanced tactics and different ways to use EDCs. A couple bigger guns. Some people like trunk guns. So I'll be speaking about that in my next video. And I'll have some clips of how you should be drawing from EDC positions. So go ahead, like and subscribe. Real quick, shout out to BigDaddyUnlimited.com. They make a lot of this stuff happen. I buy a lot of stuff on there. It's essentially the Costco and the Sam's Club of the gun world. Get cheaper parts, small monthly subscription, and you're good to go. But go ahead, like and subscribe, and I appreciate you guys for watching.